I've come through stigma in so many forms. One of the primary areas is through both contractors and their subcontractors. I can give so many examples. One that sticks in my mind is where they've carried out work and then, oh, we'll come back tomorrow without even asking you whether you're going to be, assuming that you're going to be in. And then almost in shock horror when they find out, sorry, I'm not going to be in tomorrow. So that's just a summary of how it can manifest itself. Mm-hmm. But it's a combination of looking down upon you. I mean, you're a social housing tenant, so it's almost like as if you don't have any rights, that kind of attitude. And it's more like you're lucky to have a roof over your head, kind of attitude. It sometimes doesn't, it's not directly at you, it's kind of like covertly. There was one time that I had a radiator fitted, and I noticed that it was sort of rusty. So I said to the contractor, well, I don't think that you should be fitting this radiator because it's rusty. And it was almost like as if, I mean, he didn't say it verbatim, but how dare you say that the thing is rusty? You've got no choice, kind of thing. So I actually had to go through my housing officer to get them to remove it from there. And the strange thing is that a week later, the one that they replaced also got rusty. And I found that when I found my housing officer, it was almost like, what's the big deal about it? In other words, you should be lucky you've got a radiator as it is anyway. Yeah, I feel that residents do not trust the landlord. Right. And I think it's more historic that they've got so used to not being listened to. So when it even comes to residents' meetings, they won't turn up because the big question is, well, what difference am I going to make to the change? Yeah. I'll call it my magic wand desires is for officers in general, or landlords in general, to realize that the residents do have a voice, and they have lived experiences, and the lived experiences are what you actually have to listen to and not what you think. An example is where in an estate that I'm fully aware of, they just put some bike sheds there without consulting residents. And it's almost like, this is what we want to do, as opposed to what do you residents want? I.e., let's say we've got £20,000 worth of funding. What do you actually need? So that most of the services that the residents are receiving are stuff that they actually need, as opposed to what the council or the landlord has thrust on them. So what I like to see change is where there's more listening to residents and their lived experiences. So I think there needs to be more listening and more learning, because there's a wealth that residents can offer to landlords to improve their services and actually to make the living environments even far better.